and welcome to the Gooner Tour, back again with you guys for another show after Arsenal, the day after Arsenal's 2-1 victory against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Unbelievable showing from the Gunners, obviously. You would have seen my raw reaction show, hopefully you should have done, straight after the game. And of course that would have told you that I'm currently away this weekend, which is why you can see me in this lovely Kentish countryside, loving life at the moment. I mean, you can't really complain too much after you just witnessed your side win 2-1 against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. But I wanted to put some content out there because, as I said on yesterday's show, the connection out here is horrific. The internet is awful. I've got Wi-Fi, but it is one of those Wi-Fi that likes to dip in and out. It's about as consistent as Mesut Ozil right now, so it's not the best. So what I thought I'd do is I wanted to put some more content out for you today, because we've been putting out daily content so consistently since Project Restart, and before that I didn't really want to break that streak. So I thought I would just come outside for a bit, get some solitude. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on, and I thought I'd just get some time to myself and some talking to you guys and get some of your thoughts. Of course, I can't do it live, which is really irritating because I'd love to be doing this live, but as I said, the internet is just too bad right now. But I wanted to give you some of my sort of reflected thoughts, if you will, after Arsenal's amazing 2-1 victory against Chelsea. And the first thought basically arrives from scrolling through my Twitter feed this morning, which was absolutely filled to the brim with very, very salty, very, very frustrated, very, very, I don't know what the right term is really. I don't use the word pathetic, so I think that's probably too harsh, but just annoyed Chelsea and Man United and Spurs fans that are very, very irritated that Arsenal, of course, won the FA Cup final. Now, I can get the Chelsea thing a bit, because of course we beat them and we were very, very fortunate to do that. I'm not gonna dress it up. The referee had a bad game. If you were looking at it from the neutral perspective, there was a lot of fouls that I thought weren't given, mainly on Chelsea's side. The red card wasn't a red card. However, in my opinion, I thought Azpilicueta stopped Aubameyang from scoring a clear goal-scoring opportunity and therefore should have been given a red card. And I just felt that if that had happened to, say, David Luiz, you would have seen David Luiz walking off that pitch pretty darn quickly. So in terms of that, I'm sure I'll turn this car away because it's a little bit embarrassing. I never get the sense of like vlogging. I don't get how people do it so comfortably in the real world. One car, there's no one here. You look around, there's literally no one. It's just me. One car walks past, drives past, and I get all nervous. I just don't, it's weird. I mean, it's not I judge people, but I'm a bit weird about people vlogging during the games. I kind of think that the games are like for yourself, and that's why I'd never do a watch along, because I kind of like the privacy of those 90 minutes. So yeah. But where was I anyway? Oh yes, we're talking about opposition fans in the game. Azpilicueta, in my opinion, should have been sent off because it was a clear goal scoring opportunity, and they gave the pen. If that's a pen, it was obviously if Aubameyang goes for and he takes a clear shot on goal. And for me, I'm just going to turn around and go back the other way. And for me, that's enough to give him a red. It really is. And I really struggled with that decision. Of course, very, very soon, we did score the penalty. Very, very soon after that, or very, very soon before that, in fact, we had a great chance from Pepe, which was offside. And then there was a red card in the second half to Kovacic. Now, and Thibaut Pesque, obviously, I think it was Thibaut Pesque, one of our regular viewers, predicted that Kovacic would get sent off in this game, and in fact he was completely right, and he did. But I'm not sure if it was a red. It was very soft. The yellow was a very, very soft yellow card. And I mean, let me know in the comments, do you think it was a yellow, the second yellow? Because I'm very much a believer in the first yellow is different to the second yellow. For me, a second yellow card is a very big thing in a football game. It removes an extra player from a team, leaving the game unbalanced, and if it can happen early on in a game, can leave it ruined in many aspects. And so to get a second yellow, I feel that what you need to do is a little bit worse than what you got for the first yellow. Now, I know that Kovacic have made a couple of fouls before that. I just felt it was a bit harsh. So I have a little bit of sympathy for that. Now, when the Martinez goalkeeping thing, this is the thing I brought up on the show yesterday, and loads of you commented. Loads of you commented on, obviously, the show and said that Emi Martinez was inside the box. I thought it was so strange how they didn't show like a single replay during the match. I only saw it after the game, and of course BT Sport did the bit with the referee, and he confirmed that it of course wasn't a red card or a free kick, but it's close, and you have to say it's some amazing. Either you say it's amazing goalkeeping, or you say that he's absolutely mental and to come out that far and try and take the ball. I hopefully would rather think it was more of the former, but I think he was a little bit fortunate, don't you? So yeah, as we turn around and go back the other way. So yeah, I think we got fortunate in many areas of that game. But what amuses me most as I go back to the original point that I was making is that there are a lot of fans of rival clubs that are downplaying the FA Cup, discrediting the FA Cup, making it seem a worse achievement than it is. Now let me tell you that the FA Cup is the most prestigious, longest domestic cup competition that there is. And it only takes Arsenal to win that cup for all of a sudden it to become this nothing thing that big teams don't care about. And it's just a bit embarrassing, really, isn't it? And I say it's a little bit embarrassing as I can see another car coming past. It's where I start to act like normal, like I'm having a FaceTime with someone. How are you doing today? As this car comes fast, it's not looking at me. Don't look at me, please don't look at me. There we go. And yeah, so if you're looking at like, I've lost my complete train of thought now as I question my life choices. But I just don't get the saltiness. I don't get the negligence or the ignorance of some opposition fans to just completely discredit this cup competition. It's strange, isn't it? It's really strange. But yeah, it's hard to explain why they do it. You've seen a lot of like big personalities that have criticised Arsenal on social media very heavily, and maybe it's saving face, maybe it's embarrassment. I don't know what it is, but it's just not really a great look, is it? And if we're being honest, Arsenal's relationship with the FA Cup is beautiful. Winning twice more than Manchester United, 6 more times than Chelsea, a lot more than other clubs. I think it shows that we've got real class about this team, and that actually this cup competition means a lot to this club. And not only that, but the thing that we haven't really got onto yet and to talk about is Mikel Arteta winning his first trophy in 6 months. Just going to stop while I say that again. Arteta winning his first major trophy in 6 months. What a guy. What an unbelievable achievement from the man. I'm absolutely buzzing to see that happen, and I could not feel more justified in all of the stick that he's been given, not just by other Arsenal fans, but of course by people that just don't really they didn't want to see him as manager in the first place, and then he became manager, and a lot of people are very stringent about their opinions and don't want to go back and say that they were wrong, because God help people, being wrong is clearly the worst thing in the world to some people. I mean, how wrong was I about Hector Bellerin? Although I wanted him to start in the final, I said that in my preview show. But to sort of see him play as well as he did and be the main guy and involved in the second goal was unreal. So yeah, and I'm so happy that I was wrong on Hector Bellerin, and hopefully that he continues to develop and gets a lot better as we go into next season. But I just think that some people need to turn around and say, hold their hands, but like, look, yeah, I was wrong on Arteta. He's done an amazing job, and fair play to the guy. Because if you can turn around and say it's okay to be wrong sometimes, then it just shows you're a bit more of a grown-up. But if obviously you just want to criticise and quote people on Twitter, then you do you. But I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm having an amazing time here, just chilling, taking some time away from the urban sprawl of my home area in Kent, and and enjoying what I can. There will be a podcast tomorrow, fingers crossed, with some very, very familiar faces. There's going to be an expert members podcast, and again, thank you to all the members that help support the channel. Supporting me, this embarrassing guy that can't even do a vlog with a car going past, who will never see that person again, and yet I still feel embarrassed holding a camera up talking to myself. It'd be fine if this was a live show, but it's not. But thank you ever so much to everyone that supported the channel. I really genuinely appreciate it, and yeah, it's a pleasure to speak to you all, as it always is. I want to go back and enjoy the rest of my afternoon and evening. I hope you do too. I will try and get this video up as soon as possible. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that because you're watching it, but yeah, amazing stuff from Arsenal, amazing stuff from Arteta. Unlucky Chelsea, United and Spurs. You tried, but there's no trophy for you so far, and fingers crossed it stays that way. And as always, up the arse.